The Bullets, suddenly in the midst of the playoff picture in the East, visited the Celtics. Their chances, though, took a blow as Gheorghe Muresan went down with a knee injury, likely done for the season.
Cheryl, back to the Washington Bullets, playing the waiting game now with their big 7-foot center Gheorghe Muresan. Is what, the right hip flexor injury now? What's the status on Big George?
Well, to hear Coach Lynham talk about it, this guy is so excited that his big man is coming back. Matter of fact, he practiced with the team, not full contact. He's steadily improving. They're anticipating Big George coming back next week against Detroit, and you're talking about a team looking forward to the big guy. This is what they have to look forward to from the Big Gheorghe Muresan. The big fella on the inside with the rebounds. Now watch Big George on the defensive end. Nice recovery. Oh, I love the way you toss it, Big George. And now with the nice offensive end, nice up and under with a nice hook underneath. I'll tell you, they're really looking forward to Big George. I mean, here's a guy that last season finished with shooting 59% from the floor. They really miss his presence in the middle.
Yeah, Rod Strickland was asked about his return. They said, well, you have to adjust to Big George being back. He says, no, I'm not going to have to adjust that much.
Hey, man, make sure you watch him down the middle.
He's going to take care of him, I think.
Rod Strickland, the scoop. Big George gets vertical, sort of just by reaching. He had 8.
He makes a big difference at the defensive end, and he is an effective offensive player himself as far as percentage is concerned. #1 in the NBA this year at 60%.
Second half, they take the lead in the third. Gheorghe Muresan making his presence felt. 27 points, 11 boards, 3 blocks. They go on to win 99-91.
Muresan with Murray and Howard up from Muresan, and he's fouled. He was hacked. He'll go to the line. Foul on Longley, his second.
Well, obviously, Big George at 7'7", not a very mobile player, but once he gets his 2 feet in the paint, he takes up a lot of space, and 7-footer Luke Longley just dwarfs in comparison. Very hard to keep George out of that lane. Last season, Gheorghe Muresan, the most improved player, having a terrific year. Jimmy Lynham, a big factor in bringing around George, struggling this year because of injuries early in the season.
Yes, a knee injury set him back, averaged 10 points per game this year. Finished the season missing the last 3 prior to the wrapper against Cleveland last Sunday.
Corner, Harper goes around the screen, and he misses. And another rebound from Muresan. That is his third. Cheney, nice to Weber. And the Bullets are beating the Bulls down the court, and we may have our timeout sooner than we think.
Now that was an outstanding pass by Cheney. Totally unselfish. He could have forced that shot. But Muresan is doing a terrific job on the defensive blast.
And Randy Brown shooting. Not normally a guy you want shooting. And Rodman going easy. And they have to separate the two. Rodman got Muresan in the back, and Muresan fought back.
Well, the big thing with Rodman is before the series began, he says what you have to do with Muresan is to smack him around early in the game. And in game 1, he went up and he banged him chest to chest a number of times. And you can see that's what he's doing now. Because Muresan is a major threat in this game.
At 7'7", he definitely is a major threat. Rodman has picked up 3 technical fouls already in this series.
Now just keep an eye on this. Now Georgie's on the inside. Now watch, he's got the ball. Now watch, see, there's a cheap shot. That should be automatic. That's right, Georgie. I give it to you. He can't let this guy give him a cheap shot, hit him in the back of the shoulder.
They're going to call a foul on Rodman, but a technical on both Rodman and Muresan.
Now they're taking Muresan out. They're going small. Now you can see Muresan, he's in a lot of pain. He has a very badly hip flexor, and let's hope that he can play. Bernie was concerned about the amount of pain offensively.
Right now, let's check in with Craig.
Well, Dick, Gheorghe Muresan's injury, the hip flexor, is actually a muscle on the right side. When he comes out of the game, the treatment is heat and stretching. The fact that he's laying down doesn't mean that he's further injured the hip. What it means is at 7'7", he can't sit in those chairs, and his legs, if he does try, are so rolled up it pinches the hip. But he will be going back in the game, Dick.